Welcome, folks. I'm Jaby Koay, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
Hi there.
A Wonder Woman trailer has dropped, Wonder Woman 1984. I am not sure if it's a brand new trailer or just an announcement for its HBO Max release on December 25th. Nonetheless, we're gonna check this out. Here we go. Super excited.
This world is not yet ready for all that you will do. The time will come, Diana. And everything will be different.
Let's do it. Ride the lightning!
Citizens of the world, I'm here to change your life. Anything you want, anything you dream of, you can have it. You look like you saw a ghost. Diana, look at you. It's like not one day has passed.
Look who's talking.
I don't want to be like anyone. I want to be an apex predator. You've always had everything, while people like me have had nothing. Well, now it's my turn. Get used to it.
That's like a leg press.
The answer is always more. The way I fly, they will never find us.
I forgot to tell you.
What?
Radar.
Will they shoot at us?
Barbara, what did you do?
You know, I'm not so keen on this one. I figure you are, but you know what? I'm ready to go.
I think we can do better.
Parachute pants?
Yeah,
Does everybody parachute now?
Oh, so it is coming in theaters and on HBO Max at the same time, Christmas. So if you can watch it in a theater, you can go watch it, and if not, you can get it on HBO.
For those of you willing to take a chance on your health, you can watch it in theaters. Yeah, I think that's, I mean, I get it, that we have to, this is a very necessary move.
Yeah.
I forgot where I read it, but someone was saying that if film companies want theaters to survive, they have to have these loss leaders, basically. They have to have these big movies that they continue to release in theaters to encourage people to continue to go back. Otherwise, theaters are just gonna completely lose their revenue and not be able to survive and will ultimately shut down. And then movies will have nowhere to be shown publicly anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, think about it though, because there's still a lot of countries in the world where it's basically, they've got the whole situation under control.
Yeah.
So it is actually safe to go to movie theaters now, like in Australia, in New Zealand. I mean, I'm sure in Thailand it's fine, in many parts of Asia.
Sure.
And so people are going out to the movie theaters. I think there are some movie theaters that are actually open here in the US as well, although that may be changing.
Well, I know Greg went and watched Tenet, but he had to drive like 60 miles away from here to go to a theater that actually was showing it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I have to read up on how the virus is these days. My understanding is that it's not as severe as it was in the initial run of it, but don't quote me on that. I have no idea. I'm not a doctor or a scientist, and I haven't been keeping up with the news reports as, you know, consistently as, it's just like you get fatigued from hearing about it all the time, right? And so, but you know, that's something I sort of heard, and I would probably look into it before going out to I mean, I still want to watch Tenet. I refuse to watch it, you know, bootleg or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I really, really want to see it in theaters, in IMAX, the way it's meant to be shown. So hopefully it's still playing somewhere by the time people start going back into the movie theaters regularly. Nonetheless, I'm pretty sure this was the exact same trailer with the tail of it being the only difference.
Yeah.
You know, letting people know that it's going to be shown in theaters, but also it can be on HBO. It's going to be on HBO Max at no extra cost to the subscribers, no less.
Oh, I hadn't even really clocked that. Like, that's actually a super nice move. It's kind of, you know, giving a big to Disney and like, we're putting a huge movie, Wonder Woman, against your Mulan, and by the way, we're not charging you extra.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a cool move on their part. I'm sure that if they had said, you're gonna be, you have to pay another $20 or whatever, people would still do it.
Yes, I think they would. The thing about it is, HBO had no way of knowing how people were going to react to the Mulan situation until the Mulan situation.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like, you know, how Apple will see Samsung do a move and they'll go, oh, we'll take that. You know, it's. I feel like it's somewhat similar, but it's just, you know, smart business practice. You see what a competing company did, and you go, okay, well, that's not something you want to do. I think they could have charged an extra $10 or $20, but maybe the infrastructure to implement charging that would have been, I don't know.
But also, I think they just want to get more people on the platform. Like, there are so many streaming platforms out there right now, and like Snyder Cut was going to be a huge draw for HBO Max, but you know, that's not coming out just yet. And
no, you know, I didn't even think about that. Actually, that's actually a very, very what do you call it? Perceptive observation there. I didn't consider that.
I mean, I have my HBO Max subscription, but it's not my most widely used one. I usually watch Netflix or Amazon Prime, if I'm being honest.
But Disney Plus had a really big draw with Mandalorian.
Exactly, and
so,
right now, Mandalorian. So
right.
I literally haven't really watched anything else on Disney Plus, apart from, you know, Mandalorian and Mulan.
Right. You have to wonder how much HBO was willing to pay to. I wonder what kind of deal was struck to make that work, but it's smart. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. So. I'm excited that we get to watch it safely if it's not safe to go into theaters like 100% for us. I would much rather watch it in theaters.
Yeah.
I really don't want theaters to die. There's a part of me that would almost be willing to just pay for movie tickets for films that I like and then watch it at home. You know, I mean, that's what was supposed to be with Mulan, but that revenue is going straight to Disney and not being shared with theaters.
Yeah.
So I wish there was a way to sort of work that out, but...
I mean, like, we have that membership or whatever to AMC, which I think they paused.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah. But I mean, if they still wanted to take like $10 from me every month just to be like, we'll be here when you come back, I'm happy to support, you know?
So talking about the trailer, I mean, we've given our thoughts before about this exact trailer. So if you want to see our breakdown from before, that trailer reaction exists. But nonetheless, it is, even watching the same exact trailer, I'm still very, very excited. I still get goosebumps, and Gal Gadot looks great.
Yeah.
You know, I'm happy. The only thing, and I felt this before when I watched the first trailer, I don't know what I said about it, so I might contradict myself, but you know, in the back of my mind, looking at that cheetah sequence, I'm like, that looks a little funny.
I was about to say the same thing.
And watching it again, I'm like, that is the glaring part of this for me. The CGI stuff, I'm very well aware that I'm looking at CGI when it's happening, like the Dark Knight truck flip. I call it Dark Knight because that's the first time I thought I can remember seeing something like that, where you see this massive vehicle being flipped forward. They did a thing where the truck is flipping and she comes over the heels of it, right?
Right.
That to me looked like CGI. Or I guess they did it in Matrix Reloaded a bunch. But the point being is, I recognized it was CGI, but it didn't bother me quite as much because it wasn't super glaring. It wasn't up close. I think that's why it's more. I'm more forgiving of it because it's further from what is conceivably the human eye, right? Yeah. Whereas the cheetah is like really in your face and it's like CGI. You know, it's really apparent there.
Well, the thing is, I think going into this and realizing that we were watching the same trailer, I was kind of like, oh, I wonder if we're gonna see them having done a few more passes on cheetah. Like, I was hoping
I did wonder that too.
There's a lot of time because this movie was supposed to have come out in April. Or no, not April, was
earlier
it June
this year,
or something like that?
Like
early in like
Yes.
at the beginning of
Yes.
summer, whatever.
Yes.
Yes, sorry, you guys get it. I'm
Okay.
having a hard time getting the words out. But so I thought that if they were gonna put it on HBO Max and have a later release, that they would at least show us like Cheetah looking a little bit more refined.
Sure.
You know,
I agree with you.
'cause, yeah, I'm not in love with the way that she looks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but oh well. I'm actually like I like Kristen Wiig, so like I'm glad that she's doing it. And of course we have Chris Pine as well. I'm super excited about that.
Hey, I'm on board for this movie just for the
Yeah.
dynamic between the two of them, honestly.
Yeah.
Like just to see them and with their banter, you know, because initially it's awesome because it's flipped, right? In the first film, she was the fish out of water.
Yeah.
And now he's the fish out of water.
Yeah.
And so she sort of has to guide him into this modern age, whereas she was lost before.
Yeah.
I think it's cute. It's a nice like role reversal.
Super cute.
Remember
Yeah.
when we did that in the last movie? Now it's your turn. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So anyways, you guys, let us know if you're gonna watch the film in theaters near you, and check out ACHARA KIRK as well as myself on the social media if you feel like doing that. Check out other reactions, reviews, short films, vlogs, and interviews. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.